name is Anna Pliso, and today I'm going to be talking about nonverbal communication, kinesics specifically. Imagine watching a presenter or having a conversation with someone who is standing completely still with a straight look on their face the whole time. Would you be able to take them seriously and really pay attention and remember what the conversation's about? Or would it be easier if they were making gestures and changing their facial expression throughout their conversation or the speech they're giving? These gestures and facial expressions are known as kinesics. So kinesics is just how body movement and facial expressions can interact and affect messages that are given in speeches or in communication. As an exercise science student who is studying kinesiology, or the way the body moves, I love looking at the different ways and effects body movement has on our life in general. And kinesic communication is just another topic of interest in my field of study. In order to understand more about kinesics, I'm going to talk about the different types of kinesics and their effect on communication. So to begin, according to changingminds.org, there are 3 different kinds of kinesics. They are including body posture, gestures, and facial expressions. Looking at body posture is really just whether you have an open or closed body posture. So open body posture would be you have your arms out, you're more standing straight up and down. Where closed is you have your arms crossed and you might be slouching a little bit. And then according to Ekman and Friesen, there are 6 different kinds of gestures or movements of your hands and arms. The first kind is an emblem gesture. These are specific gestures that are used to replace a word or a phrase. So these can include sign language as well as a peace sign or a thumbs up. The next gesture is an iconic gesture. These are also known as illustrators. These are used to explain the size or shape of something. So you could be saying it's about this big or about this tall. Those would be known as iconic or illustrator gestures. The next kind is a metaphoric gesture. And these are used in explaining complex ideas. So if you see someone waving their arm, kind of trying to push the conversation on while they're explaining something, that is typically known as a metaphoric gesture, used to explain complex ideas. You also have regulator gestures, and these are used in the beginnings or endings of your speaking. So a lot of speakers will raise their hands when they're about to start speaking and then lower their hands when they're about to end speaking, and these are known as regulators. Another kind is an effect display. These are known as emotional gestures. So someone's clenching their fist or clenching their jaw. These are known as effect displays to show their emotion during communication. And the last type of gesture is the beat gesture. And this is really what it sounds like. It's a specific beat in someone's speech or communication where they point out one specific thing. So it's used to highlight an important point or topic in their speech where they specifically point that one out. And it's kind of like a beat during their speech. And then going in and looking at facial expressions, according to changingminds.org, we really look at people's faces the most when we're communicating with them. And so the facial expressions are really one of the most important nonverbal communication techniques that people can have. And the most important under that is eye contact. Making eye contact with someone or with your audience as you're speaking can really help change the conversation and help them feel more included in the conversation. Other parts of facial expressions include using your eyebrows or your mouth when speaking. So if you're raising your eyebrows or smiling whenever you make a lighthearted comment during your speech. Both of these are just ways, again, to enunciate important points in your conversations, as well as highlight the seriousness or lightheartedness of the conversation or speech at that time. Now I'm going in to look at their effect on communication. In an article in the International Journal of Hospitality Management written by Young and Yoon on the effect of nonverbal communication on customers from employees at restaurants, they found that when employees use nonverbal communication such as gestures and facial expressions and their posture, it really makes an effect on their customers' mood and satisfaction levels. So it was seen that employees who have a more open posture whenever they go up to tables or use gestures or smile, they will leave their customers with a higher satisfaction level and leave them with a higher mood. While employees who do the opposite, who are closed off and don't smile as much, they will leave their customers with a negative mood and a not as high satisfaction level. So, nonverbal communication is vital in public speaking and interpersonal communication in general. And kinesics is one of the most known types of nonverbal communication, as it includes all of our facial expressions, gestures, and how our body posture is at the time. And as you can see, there are so many different types of kinesics, and they each have such a big role on communication. They make the conversation or the speech feel more inclusive and can help the recipient feel like they're really part of the speech, and can help them understand and remember what is going on and what is being said in communication or in the speech. Thank you.